Welcome to Crafting with the Craft Lady. I'm Erica, your host, also known as the Craft Lady. So today, I want to start out with saying I apologize about not having a video last month. Work stuff got in the way, but this month is actually going to be 2 episodes because this episode is to make up for last month, and then we have an episode by the end of the month. Today's going to be our Valentine's Day episode. I'm really excited about this one. It's going to be tissue paper flower bouquets. Or you could just do individual roses. Whatever fits your fancy. So, today is real simple too, because all you actually need is a pair of scissors and different colors of tissue paper. Now, what you need is some kind of, whatever color you choose for the outside wrap if you're going to do a bouquet. I chose green because it's less likely, I'm not really going to do any green flowers, so it doesn't interfere with the flowers, colors, in the actual bouquet. And then you're going to need your different colors of tissue paper. So, to start out, you're going to want to take a regular piece of tissue paper, and this is super inexpensive too because you actually could go to a dollar store or something and get it fairly inexpensive. And the seasonal tissue paper comes in small packs at other stores around that time of the year. For example, Valentines, you'd find a lot of pinks and reds. So what you're going to do is take your scissors, take your tissue paper, and you're going to cut down the middle. This makes it actually work better with the ratio and the way you make it and all that stuff. You'll see in a minute. Oops, trying to get away from me. And actually, if it has a ragged appearance, that might make it look more natural or realistic, or as natural or realistic as it can be for tissue paper. So once you have your half a sheet, I probably could have cut it a little more evenly, half the ratio, but it's still going to be great. So basically, what we're going to do is you're going to take it like this. Try to do this without blocking what I'm doing on the camera. Take my 2 fingers, like this. I'm going to put them here. And then what I'm going to do is wrap it around, and as I go, I'm going to straighten it up on this end so it doesn't get too crunched up. Or if you want a really crunchy looking or not as smooth looking appearance in your flowers, it don't matter if it gets a little bunched up. Anyway, so I've got this. I'm turning it over. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have all my other fingers up, but I'm going to keep this finger down. And so when I go around, this finger is going to get caught up. It's going to be covered up by the tissue. And then I'm going to put my pinky down, keep my thumb up, and I'm going to wrap, I'll do the same thing. Make sure this is wrapped around my pinky. And then we're going to leave the thumb down. And if you had more left, you could take another finger out and add it. But basically, so I've wrapped it around, and I'm going to pinch it about that far down. You don't want to do it too far up, or you're not going to have much space for the actual flower. And you're just going to, once you got that pinched placed, you're just going to twist the bottom. And there you go. You've got your tissue paper heart. And you can make them smaller or bigger, whatever fits your fancy. The reason we do it like this, or I do it like this, everybody has their own ways probably. The reason I do it like this is because it just have more room to twist more fingers and add more fingers in there, and it makes a bigger rose as opposed to a smaller one. So if you want a really small rose, you don't have to have as much, but it gives me more space to roll with it. So anyway, I've already made up a bouquet of worth of flowers for the most part. So what I'm going to do, just out of the way, they're very delicate, I will say that, but they are very beautiful. So what you're going to need with this other, you can double the tissue paper on the outer layer, or you can just have one layer. It doesn't matter on that. I have 2, so I'll go with it. But anyway, for the tissue paper that you're going to wrap around the flowers, if you do a bouquet, you're going to want to leave it completely whole. And what you're going to want to do is take, I'm going to have to straighten it out, but put one corner to the other, like this. And then when you've got one corner to the other like this, you're gonna try to make it as even as you can. It's best for this not to be real scrunched up. So you should have it looking like this. So we're going to take and put our flowers, but we're going to put our flowers like this in there. And you'll see that better in a minute. I'll show you better as we go on. And also, when it comes to these flowers, if you just want to do an individual flower or put in another type of vase, that would work. If you do the individual flower, you could take and tie a little ribbon and curl it. So, whatever works. So, I'm going to put these flowers on the pointed side. I'm going to try to do every other color so it doesn't have a bunch of the same color right next to each other. But it is what it is if it happens that way. Okay, so, and I have a lot of pink, so it probably will happen that way. Anyway, so I want to make sure they're pretty well in there. They can be, make sure they're deep enough in there. So, there we go. I think that's got it. And we're just going, once they're in place, I'm going to fold. I'll do it this way so you can see. We're going to fold, oops, see, don't do that. We're going to fold it over. And once I can wrangle it while I need to. And there you go. Now it's ideal to tape these or to, I'm going to just tuck it in for now, but if you're going to, oops, if it'll let me. And of course, if you're going to actually carry it somewhere, it's best to put in gift bags, keep it from messing up, or tape it, or put a ribbon, but tape is the most effective way. Just regular see-through tape. It's fine. So there you go. There is a flower bouquet. And then also, if you're in a pinch and you don't have tissue paper around, but you want to do a little something special for somebody, you can do it with paper towels. So it's the same method of just doing the fingers like that. You just probably won't have a lot of space to do as many turns and finger wraps. And then you just do it. Now the tip with the turning, this is where the loose piece is. I found that if I turn or go backwards from this piece where I end, it seems to have more of a rose look. This one's not doing as well as I'd hoped, but I mean, again, tissue paper is the ideal material for this. But you know, of course, whatever works for you and what's going on at the time. So if I do it this way, I can take some kind of highlighter and either brush the tops of it or paint or do something with the, like I have here all over the flower. And almost there. Okay. Oopsie. And then, so there's that. And then I can also take and do some green down here to look like a flower stem. And so, but you could, I'm not going to go do a ton of it because you get the idea. But basically, this is an alternative, especially for a little kid, that if you don't want to really handle it all over your tissue paper or something like that, or just for practice. And yep, that's pretty much how you do either a tissue paper bouquet or an actual bouquet. And with the tape, what you want to do is just try to tape it neatly on the side there, but enough where it be secured. So that's our show today, and I appreciate you watching and sticking with this channel. And if you're new, welcome, and I hope you stick around because there are some unique crafts we do here. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you again this month. And in the meantime, happy Valentine's Day.